హాయ్ హలో నమస్తే వెల్కమ్ బ్యాక్ టు అవర్ ఛానల్ మన వైజాగ్కి చాలామంది గెస్ట్లు వస్తూ ఉంటారు. అలాంటి గెస్ట్ జనరల్గా మనం చాలామంది ఇండియన్స్ని చూస్తుంటాం. బట్ ఈరోజు మన గెస్ట్ ఈజ్ ఫ్రమ్ వెస్ట్రన్ ఆస్ట్రేలియా నుంచి ఇక్కడికి ఎగురుకుంటూ వచ్చి ఇండియాలో చార్ ధామ్ యాత్ర ప్లాన్ చేస్తాం. సో ఇందులో వింతేం లేదు, బట్ చార్ ధామ్ యాత్ర నడుచుకుంటూ వెళ్ళడం అనేది సంథింగ్ స్పెషల్. So let's welcome Jodi from Australia. Hello Jodi.
Hi.
Welcome to India and especially to the city of Destiny.
Thank you. The city of destiny.
Yeah, Vizag is called
Yeah,
city
it was
of
on
Destiny.
the sign when I walked in. I've seen it. Yeah, beautiful.
Before talking about your trip, this Char Dham Yatra and your country, tell me something about yourself.
Something about myself.
Yes.
I would say I'm pretty adventurous.
Okay.
And the reason why I've come here, I love to travel. I love music.
Music? Okay.
Yeah, and I'm a yoga teacher. I'm working on combining the both together for healing purposes. So I guess my purpose, I think, in life is to help others through music and sound and movement, which links into the reason why I'm doing this as well. So
Is this first time coming to India?
second time in India.
When did you come earlier?
I came about 5 years ago, so 2018. I came with my sister, Anae, and we were here for 6 weeks.
Tell us about your family.
My family. So my mum and my brother live back home. My brother has a wife and 2 kids, so he has a family to take care of. My father passed away when I was 18. He's no longer with us, but with us in spirit. And yeah, they're just in Australia, cruising.
What is your purpose to coming to India?
Very spiritually inclined. Like I said, I do a lot of, as I mentioned, I'm a yogi teacher and have done a lot of meditation. I went to like a Vipassana 10-day silent retreat a few years ago and had, I guess, an awakening experience. And ever since then, I've had a lot of messages and things come through to come here and do this walk. So I follow a lot of Hindu, Buddhism faith. I like the values of the faith. And Adi Shankara is Adi Shankara. I knew I was going to say that wrong. Is something that's come through for me. So he's for Char Dhams. Is the walk that I am sort of, am doing.
What inspired you to do all these things? Like learning yoga,
Yeah.
inspiring women, empowering women.
Yeah, I truly think my dad passing away was a drastic change for me in my life. So I think that brought upon the spirituality, and because I obviously experienced mental health issues after that and feeling a bit lost. So I think the yoga and the meditation led me back to the self, and also like my nutrition and many different things as well. So yeah.
So there are many countries across the globe. Why did you choose only India?
I feel really connected to India. When I came here 5 years ago and left, I've been longing to sort of come back. And back home in Australia a few years ago, I was living in Tasmania at the time. I watched an Australian film and a young Australian lady, this is I think in the 1980s, I forget her name, but the film's called Tracks, and she walked her camels across Australia alone with her dog. And since watching that film, it kind of sparked something in my mind of like, maybe I can do something like that. And I'd thought Australia, but as time has gone on, like I said, the meditation, I've had a lot of Indian culture and spirituality come through. And I truly think I've lived as an Indian in my past life, so I think that's why. Yeah.
What is the difference you found in India 5 years before and now?
Well, I'm seeing a lot more because I'm walking day to day. So last time it was quite a fast, quick trip, so had that culture experience, but walking is just a whole nother ball game. It's so different to kind of traveling around by car and zooming around to see. I went to a lot of like touristy destinations, whereas now I'm walking through cities and villages that people may have never seen a foreigner. And I'm really seeing parts of India that I may not have seen previously. Yeah.
What made you to walk and do this Char Dham Yatra? Instead of you can catch a train, flight, bike, so many ways, mode of transportation is there. What made you to only walk and do all these things?
Myself a challenge. I've always, I guess, in my life started things and stopped them and not gone completely through with something, if that makes sense. I like the idea of a pilgrimage, and like our ancestors and Adi Shankara, he walked in BC when he was here. So that is the journey and that's the challenge to walk.
Do you believe in God or do you believe in destiny?
Believe in the divine. So I believe in a higher power and a life force, the divinity, consciousness. So if that is a God, then
What's your route map? You started from Puri. You came to Visakhapatnam. What is your next place?
Puri to Vizag, and then I'll continue to walk south towards, I'm not sure if I'm going to say it right, Rameshwaram.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's still about 1,000 kilometres away, I think. So I'm very early on in the journey. It's only it's been 17 days.
It took 17 days for you?
16 days yesterday, so resting today. Maybe another rest day tomorrow. I might continue on tomorrow. I'm unsure yet. But yeah, I've walked 438 kilometres so far.
438 kilometers in 16 days.
Yeah.
How is your experience? Walking in India, especially states like Andhra Pradesh and Orissa.
I think being a foreigner, I get stopped at least 20 plus times a day. Where are you going? What are you doing? Why are you here? Can I have a selfie? So that's managing the people has, although it's been rewarding and I'm getting that connection, and that's why I'm here to connect with the people in India, it can feel tiring sometimes, especially when I'm feeling tired from walking and it's hot and I'm hungry and I'm almost at my final destination. I can feel a bit like, so managing that has been a challenge, but the walking itself hasn't been too bad. I'm feeling stronger every day. I think my body will just start to get stronger and stronger. But like this past couple of weeks, been sick a couple of times. So I think it's just my body adjusting to this new lifestyle.
How are you managing the language? Because the thing is, most of the people can understand English, but they can't understand the accent.
I'm finding there's always at least one person that can speak few words. There's a lot of sign language and gestures, playing charades going on. But I use my phone, Google Translate. So especially down here when people, when they're speaking in Telugu. So a lot of locals ask me, Telugu, Hindi? I'm like, no. English? And like, no. So Google Translate's been good to do English to Telugu if I want to get something across. So that's.
But actually that was a very great and interesting part, managing the language.
I would love to learn Hindi.
Did you learn any Telugu words? Telugu words, did you learn any Telugu words? No? We will teach you. Before leaving Visakhapatnam, we will teach you.
Just basic. Please. Just basic. Hello, goodbye, please, thank you.
Namaskaram.
So not namaste.
Yes.
Namaste. And like.
It's like Dhanyavad is in Hindi. Dhanyavadamulo is Telugu.
Are you Telugu, your language?
Yes.
Us Westerners, we just speak English and then come over here and think that everybody needs to speak English. Not that I think that way. I actually like being in parts of India where there's not much spoken English because it forces me to try and translate and learn. So I actually like that it's not so like easy.
Met a guy called Yati. He's also doing his Char Dham Yatra. And I asked him the same question, how are you managing language? Being an Indian, you used to do all the gestures like this, like this, like this.
Yep.
This he did not do. But you are managing. But you are managing better than him. Yati, she's managing better than you.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. I have been trying. I have been doing the gestures. But, no, I'm sure Yati's managing a lot better than what I am. He's been giving me some good tips.
And Yati is walking with his pet, Butter Madam.
I haven't met Yati or Butter yet, but hoping to catch them more south because he's going.
Somewhere you guys will meet.
Yeah, well, we're on the same path.
Yes, same path.
But he's in front of me, but he's going slower and I'm going.
We'll ask him to wait.
I'm moving faster, yeah.
Ask him to wait for some time so that you both can do together.
Yeah. So hopefully we can walk a little bit together, which would be nice because he's been, an absolute bro and helping out a lot. So it's been great.
So after Rameshwaram, what's your plan?
I'm going to walk across to Kerala, to Adi Shankara's birthplace in Kaladi, and then from Dwarka to Badrinath in the Himalaya. That's the plan, but like the route in between could change. So.
So how much time it will take? Another 6 months? You'll be walking for another 6 months, for sure.
I'll be walking for about 6 months total.
After that?
Yeah. After that, no
plan.
plans. I like this as a lifestyle. I like the minimalism and the walking and the learning. So I would love to go to other countries and walk.
You have a plan of going?
I have a plan of walking in other countries. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. But I need to work out a way to make money so that I can continue to do it. Otherwise I'm going home and working and coming back. So yeah. If there's anyone out there that wants to sponsor me.
So how you are managing your money and finance part?
It's fairly cheap to live here. I only saved a little bit of money. I kind of just came like winging it. So I'm just taking it as it comes. I've been offered a lot of hosting and food and water. Like the Indian people have been so generous. It's been quite amazing. And I'd like to come back in the future and help if I can. So yeah, managing money's not so bad. I think if I really am desperate, then I'll be calling mum. send me some cash.
State Bank of Mummy.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. But we'll just see what happens. I am hoping in time I can get a sponsor or go through YouTube, or that's kind of what I'm thinking. Whether or not that happens, I just have to leave it up to the divine.
How did you manage or convince your mother to come to India, walk and all this? How did you convince? Because in Indian mummies will not convince. They say no. So you can actually give some tips to our Indian girls.
Well, there was no convincing. I'm going, and that was it. I've always been quite strong with my mum, and quite independent and very stubborn. So a lot of things I say I just do, and mum's like, I think she's at the point where she's like, okay. But she taught me. She's, as long as I'm safe and I check in with her, she speak like that. She knows that I'm going to do it anyway. So.
Tell us about your tattoos. You have so many tattoos in your hands.
I have a lot of tattoos, ones that you can't see as well.
You're spending more money on tattoos.
I have spent a lot of money on tattoos, I know. They'd be so cheap here, right? I walked past the tattoo studio yesterday and I was like, no, I can't do that right now. Maybe when I get paid. Most of my tattoos have a meaning. There's a few tattoos that I regret that I got when I was really young.
What did you study?
I've done a few different things. When I left school, I did a hairdressing apprenticeship. And then I've moved and lived sort of around Australia and abroad as well. So I've worked in different job roles like hospitality. I've been a support worker for people with autism and special needs. Worked as a hairdresser. I went to uni for a couple of years and I studied music. I didn't finish the degree for like personal reasons, and it wasn't really.
Music means what? What type of music?
The degree I was doing was like jazz focused. Although I like jazz music, I'm more, I'd probably say, in the realm of like mindfulness. So although the degree didn't work out, I didn't finish the degree, it put me back on track of bringing me to my music again, because I didn't participate in singing or anything for a long time.
Can you sing a song for me?
I can't. Not on the spot.
We'll give you some time.
You can give me some time.
Just recollect some song and you can sing for our subscribers.
And I can.
Can you share your best moment in these 16 days of your work?
Best moment, wow.
Or a funny moment or something. Definitely I've met so many people in between.
Yeah, I think what's funny is like when I walk, almost every second scooter or tuk-tuk or driver that drives past, there's like a There's like three.
Thank God he did not do any accidents watching it. Thank God.
I find that quite funny because they're like, what's this white girl doing?
Why is she walking? What is she doing here? So many. Did anybody ask you all these things?
Every day.
Every day.
Every day I get stopped.
What is
So that's what I mean, like managing that is like, because if I stop for everyone, I won't get anywhere. Because and if I leave really early in the morning, it's okay. But if I leave later, it kind of puts an extra couple of hours onto my schedule because I'm stopping, taking photos, having a conversation, which I love doing. But sometimes I do have to say, no, not right now, unfortunately.
How do you managing your night stays after you walk?
I'm trying to look ahead on the maps to see how far I roughly want to walk and if there's a lodge or a hotel, a hostel. I've slept in a temple a couple of nights. The people that were there are nice enough to let me stay. I've also been asked to leave a couple of temples, so I'm not sure if that's because I'm a foreigner and there's a religion or something behind that, which I understand. Where else? I've been hosted with a family or two as well, so they've asked me, they've stopped, I got into conversation, they're like, come stay with us, so that's been amazing.
So, how is our backpack monkey?
Backpack monkey's great. I rocked up last night because Yati had organised it for me, legend, and they didn't want any payment, so they're just hosting me for free, which again is just, and adding to that, it's been a consistent thing with people in India stopping, giving me water, fruit, shelter, and it's I'm holding a lot of gratitude for that. That definitely wouldn't happen in Australia.
Okay, now something about our city of destiny, Vizag. How is our city?
Well, I've only been here for one night. So I love the mountain, I love the little hills walking in. It's a bit of change of scenery, which is nice. I haven't walked out to the water yet, so maybe I'll do that tomorrow or this afternoon.
Okay, before winding up, we want to listen a nice song from you.
I am a little bit sick though, so we'll see. Whew, I'm nervous.
Yeah, you're not singing for a competition. Come on.
I know, it's so silly.
We are not giving you any prize.
Okay. I'm floating on top of the water. I'm dipping underneath the sea. I'm holding my breath a little longer, then coming up for air when I need. Breathe. I'm standing barefoot on the earth. My soul's walking along the dirt. I can feel the roots underneath me, giving me the strength to stand tall. Breathe.
We can plan a concert. Your voice is really good. So thank you so much for joining us today, and I hope your yatra will be super good.
Thank you.
And I wish you see you once again.
Thank
Come
you
back
for
to
having
Vizag.
me. I will be back.
Have fun
Yeah.
without any frustration.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, and lovely to meet you guys. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And namaste.
Namaste. Peace out.